In this section, we're going to take a look at how to unapply some vendor ledger entries. So what we're going to do is go to Purchasing and Vendors, and we're going to select a particular vendor here. I'm going to look at this one, so I'm going to highlight it here. And I can see that I have $164,084.88 as their current balance out here. So when I'm dealing with this, what I want to do is get to the vendor ledger entry. So if I go up to Navigate, History, and Ledger Entries, this will open up all of the vendor ledger entries for this particular vendor that I'm looking at. And what I want to find here is the ledger entry that I want to reverse. And if I slide over to the far right-hand side here, I can see this field that is basically, this says Open. So anything that has got a check mark is still open. The ones that don't have check marks have been applied. So this 115 or 111,582 here has been paid by this same amount up above. So what I want to do is unapply this payment so that we wound up back where we started before we applied it. So I'm going to slide all the way to the right over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on these three little dots. And when I do that, I get some choices here. One of them is Applied Entries. And what I can see when I do this is which of these documents up here, we're going to see a description like payment number 2020 or whatever that's been applied to this opening entry. So if I click on Applied Entries, I see what was actually applied. This payment was applied to it, and it has the description payment 2020. So I know which one of these it actually was. It was this particular transaction right here. So there are a couple of ways that we can actually process this. If I open this up, I can go to Unapply Entries here. I also can go to Functions at the top and pick Unapply Entries up here. So I'm going to pick Unapply, and it shows me the two transactions that are here. I can see the invoice and the payment. I'm going to go to Process, and I'm going to pick Unapply. It says to unapply these entries, correcting entries will be posted. Do you want to unapply these entries? I'm going to say yes. The entries were successfully unapplied. So if I slide over to the right-hand side here now, I can see now that my remaining amounts are back up to the full amount of the invoice. Slide all the way over to the far side here, and I can see now that these are open again. So I have check marks on all of these. So I have now unapplied these entries for the where I've applied a payment against an open invoice.